off or leave the building. Okay? Can I have your name, please? You need to turn the camera off or leave the building.
323. It's in the 13 at Robinson and Beaver. Whiskey Mike.
Do you have any ID on you, sir?
Do you have any identification?
That doesn't.
By the way, you don't have my permission to tape me, but
That's
you
fine.
can.
I'm taking you.
That's fine.
I don't need your permission. Do I need your permission?
Yes, you do.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because Florida is a second-party state. You need two parties to consent to a videotape.
Okay, this is the city of Daytona Beach Police Department. I'm going to do a public record request for the daily visitor log. See how it goes. So it says lobby area is recorded. Hi, how are you?
Hi, sir.
I'm here to submit a public record request.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Jimmy. This is Gail at the front desk. I just had a question asked by one of our customers came to the window. He wanted to take a photograph of the sign-in sheet that we have over at the office's window. Now, I talked to Cynthia about it. She said she don't see why not. He can't do that, but she said to verify it with you first. And you're not answering your phone. And he's here at the window. Would you call me back as soon as possible? I'm just going to tell him to go ahead and do what he wants to do because actually I've never been asked that question before, and Cynthia also said she didn't think there was anything wrong with it, and I can't get in touch with you, so I'm going to take it upon myself to just tell him to go over there and do what he wants to do. Thank you. I'm at 5449. Okay?
All right. Thank you very much. What's your name?
I'm Gail Aiken.
Gail, you were very nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You know, a lot of people, they.
I don't know. I want to tell you. No, you
All right. If you don't know, then you call.
I don't know, so I want to find out.
Thank you. Thank you. Right. It's a show one, show all. So, right. Thank you. All right. How you doing? This is what I was waiting on, a marked unit to go by. And we'll get.
Help you with something.
No, thank you. I'm good to go. I'm just a journalist.
I'm curious why you're taking pictures of police cars inside the gate and coming out of the gate.
I just want to get him going by. I'm a journalist gathering content for a story.
I'm sorry?
Journalist gathering content for a story.
Really? Which organization do you work for?
Rather not answer any questions.
Do you have any ID on you, sir?
Do you have any identification?
That doesn't.
By the way, you don't have my permission to tape me, but
That's
you
fine.
can.
I'm taking you.
That's fine.
I don't need your permission. Do I need your permission?
Yes, you do.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because Florida is a second-party state. You need two parties to consent to a videotape.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and keep recording
Okay.
anyway. Do I have your consent?
No.
Okay. Do I have your consent? No? Okay. Well, I'm going to keep recording anyway.
Okay.
Do you have any ID on you?
Am I being detained? I'm free to go.
Do you have any ID on you?
We are conducting an investigation.
Did you read that card?
Because your conduct, sir.
Can you hand that
Sir?
card to him, please?
Sir.
I've explained to you I'm a journalist gathering content for a story.
However,
I'm seeking B-roll footage of a marked unit leaving the
if
gate.
you ask us, we'd be happy to provide that for you.
Well, I'd rather just wait for one to come by naturally and just get it.
Well, it's a suspicious conduct for somebody to go ahead and videotape police cars behind the gate and waiting for them to come out, only because of what's happened in past experience. So, it would not be unusual for us to say, hey, what are you doing?
Right. I understand. I'm a journalist gathering content for a story.
Okay. Do you have any identification to prove who you
Can
are?
you hand that to him so he can see it too, please?
Does that
So
have
you
who
can-
your
It
identification
doesn't
is?
say who you are. It says
Can I
you
have
invoke
that?
your rights.
Can I have that? Yes, that's what it says.
Okay, are
Can
you
read
familiar
this?
with Terry versus Ohio,
Can you read this?
1968?
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
For what reason?
We are now conducting an investigation to find out what you're doing here.
For what am I doing that's suspicious?
Well, when you're taking pictures of police
Is that
officers,
illegal?
Well, if
Can I
you're
have your
looking-
name and badge number? Your name and badge number?
Sure.
What's your name and badge number?
However, if I'm going to answer your question first.
Okay.
If you are taking pictures of people behind this gate,
Did you see me taking pictures of people behind the gate?
yes, I did.
Did you?
I just drove out and said, God, I wonder why that guy's taking pictures of
Right.
us behind the gate.
I'm a journalist gathering content for a story. At this point, I'd like
Okay.
to be free to go. I'm not answering any questions. And,
Well, I think it's suspicious activity considering
Okay.
there are all kinds of threats out there against police officers in this police department.
is
that's
filming illegal?
Is gathering intelligence? Yes, it could be.
Gathering
So it's
intelligence.
worth doing an investigation and say, hey, who is this person? Why are they so interested? Is there some service we can provide for them?
No thanks. I'm good.
Well, we have a public information officer if you'd like to talk to him.
I just like to get raw footage on the streets.
So your desire is to look at police cars, find out who's going on the street and who's not.
Journalists gathering content for Storia.
Well, I'm just asking you, is that what you
I was
said?
getting B-roll footage of the MARC unit. I was just waiting on a MARC unit to leave or come in.
Do you
And
have
that's
any
it.
identification to say that you're a journalist?
Do I need identification?
Usually journalists, that's a normal thing that a journalist would say, yes, I have, absolutely
I'm a
have
correspondent for
identification.
Photography is Not a Crime.
Which company?
For Photography is Not a Crime.
I'm sorry, I can't hear.
Photography is Not a Crime out of Miami.
Okay. So who do you work for there?
Carlos Miller.
Who?
Carlos Miller.
Does he have a phone number? Can we contact him
Am
to
I?
verify?
Am I free to go? I'd just like to be free to go. I'm getting tired of this. You guys have a nice day. If I'm not being detained, I'll see you later. But I'd like your name and badge number first.
Officer Agata.
What's your name?
Part-time officer. 14743.
Okay.
Officer Einiger, you're not free to film me.
Yeah, you really
Can I have your
don't
name and badge number, sir?
your permission. You don't have my permission to film me, sir.
Can I have your name and badge number, sir?
You can give it to
your
him.
name first, and I'll give you mine.
I'd like to remain silent. May I have your name and badge
I'd
number?
like to remain silent.
You are obligated by
Officer Knight,
policy
Officer Knight, just
to tell
give
me.
your name and ID number, and we're going to ask you to just carry on, move on about your business, sir. Because your conduct is now suspicious to me.
All right. I've already told you I'm a journalist.
Yeah,
gathering
you already told me that.
And I'm
However, you're here. In my mind, I have to at least be sated to say, is he carrying on
Is that-
journalism? Because you haven't shown me that you're a
Right.
journalist. You haven't proved anything to say, yeah, I'm a journalist,
Mm-hmm.
other than you have a camera. Two, is it unusual for people to gather intelligence on police departments to do nefarious acts? And the answer is yes.
It's almost like you wanted this to happen.
I would say. That's just my opinion. However, give him your name
I
and
was
number.
I was waiting for a MARC unit to go by, and I was done with what I was
saw a
doing.
couple go by, sir, before I pulled out of the gate.
Yeah,
and
but
that's
none
why
of them were
that-
marked though. They were just like playing.
I saw a marked unit go out in front of me. So I've got to say to myself, are you really looking for
Thank you, sir.
footage, or are you looking to do something nefarious?
Okay.
And every time I've asked you that,
I'm a journalist gathering content
yeah,
for a
which
story.
I find that to be questionable at best.
And every journalist I've dealt with
Mhm.
has at least provided me their name and identification of where they work for.
And the actual company, what did you say the company
Photography is not a crime.
was? Photography is not
Out of
a crime.
Miami, Carlos Miller.
Carlos
Miller.
Miller?
Yes, sir.
Does he have a phone number, sir?
I do, but I don't have it off the top of my head. I'd have to stop recording.
Oh, you don't have it off the, but that's a company you work for, right?
Let me go. Am I free to go?
Yeah, because now
Bye,
you're being
guys.
cornered. I get it.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Have a good day. All right. And run my tag. All right. So they're sitting right there. That's them sitting right there. I guarantee you that MARC unit's gonna come get behind me and run my tag. So I'll see y'all later. Alright, so here he comes. There's the MARC unit right behind me. Running my tag. There he goes.